How you doing, guys? This lecture will be delivered as though you are in front of me, just to bring a much more personal touch. First, let me ask you a question. Did you know that this week can be anticipated to be a ranging weekly profile, even way before the market opens? Yeah, so today we'll cover this in this lecture and how we can do that and let the price action and a very specific price, a very specific PDRA confirm that. Interesting, right? In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to navigate through ranging price action and not get trapped like 90% of the traders. Consolidation weekly profile leads to blown accounts, and to be honest, it makes the prop firm industry rich. That's the reason you'll see a lot of prop firms do like reset discounts and discounts on funded challenges that week. It's not random. The reason for covering this lesson is that ranging markets lack clear directional bias, and traders are entering based on hope that the market will break out one side. Traders typically get chopped up trying to predict the direction in the market, which has none. Okay, remember my first question. How can you know? How can you anticipate a ranging weekly profile before the market has even opened up for the week? This is how. Economic calendar. Look at how it lacks high impact news. We know that the lack of high impact news leads to lack of volatility. And we also know that volatility is needed for expansions to occur. So already, looking at the economic calendar, I'll be leaning towards a ranging weekly profile. But of course, we'll need specific signatures in price action to confirm this. This is the analysis I shared on my Telegram what I anticipate for the week. Here you can see that I say going into the week, I'll be monitoring how we open up on Monday. If we open and drop lower into the blue highlighted range and find support and displace away, I anticipate expansion towards previous week high. Focus on the blue highlighted range and how we open up on Monday. First thing to look at is at this gap that was created from Friday close and Sunday open, the yellow highlighted new week opening gap. I want you to understand that due to economic calendar, we already lean towards a ranging profile. I want you to also look at how Monday we opened low, taking out Thursday low into our range where we anticipate a swing low formation, right? Once the swing low was formed, market expanded towards the previous week high. Now, if you look from previous week high to Monday low, we have created a dealing range. And within that dealing range, you have the dealing range high and the dealing range low and the 50%. Okay, if you look, you can see the 50% is right in the middle of the new week opening gap, but it's also very, very close proximity to the weekly opening price. I want you to understand that during a ranging week, price will keep reverting back to the weekly open and the new week opening gap. As you can see, we do this multiple of times. This is key information because we can know how to navigate this weekly profile. I want you to start putting the puzzle together. If we know that we can be in a ranging profile due to the economic calendar, and price is then showing that it's always hanging around equilibrium of the dealing range that was created, and we keep reverting back to the weekly open and the gap. This is all confirming to us one thing, that we keep coming back to this specific price level. So to put it bluntly, if we go above it, we're in the premium of the dealing range. And if we go below it, we're in the discount of the dealing range. Therefore, the easiest terminus for us in any move is reverting back to the new week opening gap. Now on this hourly chart, I want you to see where me and Zusi sold on Wednesday and where our final exit was. A hint, our final exit was the new week opening gap because we understand that this week lacks direction. So we play it safe. The most highly probable move is back to the new week opening gap. Thursday again, Zusi sells from the premium of our dealing range back where? Back to our new week opening gap. And if we see Jamie's trade on Friday, he buys from the discount of our dealing range back where? Back into our weekly open and the new week opening gap. Now, do you see that once you know what the weekly profile is likely to be, how even through consolidation market, having this knowledge that was shared with me during the 12-week TME program, that me, Zusi, and Jamie can spot highly probable reversals even through consolidation markets. So let's have a look at the executions that we took place during these trades. This trade here was taken by Zusi and me, where we sold from the all-time highs back into where? Back into the equilibrium of the dealing range, the gap, and the weekly opening price. Because we understand that we're in a consolidation week, therefore we play a range by range, A to B, and B here being the new week opening gap. Here you can see how I took the exact same trade as Zusi. This shows that the knowledge can be transferable, and I hope I can transfer it to you. This trade here was taken by Zusi on Thursday. Same move. He's just rinse and repeating. Premium of the dealing range back to the gap. Look at the first partial right here at the weekly open. The reason why the price keeps reverting back to the weekly open is because if the whole week, this is what I meant in my first slide of this lecture, that once you know a very specific price level that price keeps reverting back to, that becomes an easy draw on liquidity. Finally, let's look at the Jamie trade on Friday. We're in the discount of the dealing range and he buys from another key price level, the monthly open. If we look at his execution, we can see that Jamie buys at the discount of the dealing range, back to the weekly open, and back into the gap. I want you to see, once you know the weekly profile and what to anticipate, there are still high probability opportunities throughout the whole week, and how you can avoid getting chopped up in between. This concludes today's lecture. Hope you found it insightful, had many light bulb moments, and you can anticipate many more to come in this style. Talk to you soon. Take care.